DiRT Showdown is a quite interesting topic to talk about. It's a game that really isn't talked about to this day, with many DiRT fans pretty much ignoring its existence. How can a game from a well-known, respected series wither off like it never even happened? Let's dive into what went wrong with DiRT Showdown, not only from a series perspective, but how the game was also fundamentally flawed. One of the biggest reasons why DiRT Showdown flopped was because of the fan backlash. Codemasters turned a rally-esque sim-arcade game into an arcade-style vehicular combat game, which completely undermines what the DiRT series is about. While spin-offs aren't necessarily a bad thing, it's obvious that Showdown wasn't the DiRT game fans wanted, and they showed it. Now it's easy to say that just this alone was the reason why the game flopped. However, let's forget about this controversy and focus on the game itself. Once you do this, it becomes clear that Showdown has flawed design choices that makes it a lackluster experience all around. Showdown didn't know if it wanted to be a DiRT game or a flat-out game. On one hand, you have the traditional rally-based events with real cars, like a DiRT game. Yet, you have the vehicular combat portions with fake cars and nitro, similar to the flat-out series. It's almost like Codemasters wanted to make a flat-out type game, but weren't confident enough to release it as a new IP. So they try to cater to DiRT fans by half-assing in rally events and giving it the DiRT name. This leads to a very bizarre gameplay mismatch, as we essentially have two different games mashed together under one set of systems. To accommodate the more arcade-style gameplay, they botched the controls by making it too easy. Yeah, you heard me right. It's just way too easy to control the vehicles. Vehicle handling is definitely responsive, but vehicles are just way too nimble. Brakes also aren't really necessary, as you can take a lot of corners at full speed without letting go of the gas. Even on different surfaces, there just seems to be no traction loss either. While these controls work for the rally events, as they deal with much tighter courses, it becomes super apparent in the actual racing events. It goes back to what I said previously, where having the same set of systems for essentially two different experiences just ends up completely botching the other side. In conclusion, the controls overall feel very numb, leading to the racing portion of the game being very unengaging. Showdown's main focus was on vehicular combat, but even this falls short. While the damage model is good, bashing cars just seems very weak. A lot of the time, it feels like cars are just brick walls with no give. Even when a larger, heavier vehicle smashes into a smaller, lighter vehicle, there is just little reaction. Vehicles also hardly flip over when getting hit. Especially for trucks and vans, you expect them to flip over when getting hit hard, yet they stay upright. Plus, the lack of punchy sound effects also mitigates the power your vehicle has. All these factors end up making the vehicular combat not as satisfying as it could be. I want to make it clear that, yes, sometimes vehicles will flip. Sometimes they hit with the proper force, but most of the time it's just very inconsistent. And if you look at a game like Flat Out Ultimate Carnage, you can see how much more punchy the physics are and how vehicles feel like they have different types of weight rather than the brick walls that are in Showdown. DiRT Showdown had a lot of promise and could have been a fantastic spin-off, yet we are left with a disconnected, mixed experience that fails to be both a DiRT and flat-out game. While DiRT Showdown is not a bad game by any means, it ended up not providing enough for both rally fans and vehicular combat fans. This has been Gamer Alex. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a nice day.